It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third down, Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Corral on 2nd down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Seahawks at 5-7 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. Corral here, working from the gun.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Corral. That caught by Tremble.
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina.
Tommy Tremble,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Corral throwing for it.
Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Play action. It's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
19 tight, 19 tight.
from the red zone now. Smith.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Okay,
Smith,
ready?
an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
He's at the 40.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Nico Collins.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
It's a short.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's Corral on first down. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Now Corral.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10 to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Warriors 17, 19 right.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now is Gino. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. It's caught inside the 25.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Block it in motion right. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
70 Rangers, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Denzel Mims.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And this is back to an 8-point game.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Corral with it on 1st down.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd and 10. Corral. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Third and long, Corral. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Off of play action, here's Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Moore, the man in motion.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Corral.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable for Lockett.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Riggs! Back to 60!
The final shot here before break. Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Smith, a final shot before break. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Go check, go check. '79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11. 50 Vikings, 50 Vikings.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Finding Walker complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Walker will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer.
Now Gino.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Taking down at the 19-yard line.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Corral. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
On 3rd down, here's Corral.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Check smash, check smash.
Gino now to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
On second down, here's Corral.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long, here's Corral.
And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Throwing again on second and 10. Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now on second and 13.
Corral.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Tanner Muse with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Trap 60, trap 60.
A 7-yard pickup.
Warriors 17.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
to the right side. This is Walker.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Now Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Buffalo 18!
Gino's going to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here's Corral.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Tanner Muse with it.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they will take a 7-point lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Corral sets up play action.
And he'll just get rid of it.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On the play fake, Corral. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Fourth down. Here's Corral.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Reload. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Room here to run. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead now up to 14.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now Corral. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Corral to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Corral.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Corral.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Corral.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Seahawks, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.